Hi everyone, this is Tanya the Lady Strange. I hope this all finds you well in this strange life. So today I'm doing the reading from Sunday, January 12th of 2025 to January 18th of 2025. Now, I just had my 46th birthday yesterday. What a wonderful celebration. I had many people reach out and remind me of the blessings and abundance I have in my life. So I started off my 46th year in this vessel, in this body, my solar return, with a big, happy thing, which those memories will carry me through this year no matter what does. I have that to be mindful of and those blessings. So this is a reading, as I mentioned. So take what resonates. It's just a general reading for the energetic forecast of this week. And what to be mindful and aware of. Things can change from moment to moment, day to day, as each of us experience things differently. But this is just for the collective whom this applies. Now the tarot I'm actually using is going to be Claire Goodchild's Antique Anatomy, Fallen Angels Oracle. Forget the creator's name. It's out of print currently. One of my favorite oracle decks. You can check out my video last week on that if you're interested. And of course, Soul Mirror Oracle is like a takeaway at the end. Now, basically, I'm filming, of course, again, as you can see from my altar room. It is early evening because I did have a later night last night due to the celebration. So yay. And some welcome surprises, things I didn't expect to happen in a great way. So I'm filming much later today than the early morning hours. Plus, I'm fortunate enough to get the next 2 days from off work. Much needed gift to myself, especially with all that's happened in the last several weeks and several months. Gotta get those type of R&R when you can and reset. So let's see what the collective should be mindful of and aware of to be best prepared and have the best, most effective week. And the best way to maybe get through what is presented. What message do you have for us, guides, and the universe? And the powers that be, shall I say, the source. What do you all have, or what would you like the collective to know? So you take 3 usually in case unless it guides me otherwise. I'm feeling 3 again from guides. So, and this room's again very dark, so I apologize about the lighting, but I have not invested in ring lights or all that other stuff. But eventually, we'll see how things come and go. Not the biggest priority at the moment. Oh, what a great card. We got the Star. What a great major arcana card to pull for the week. Star. A major arcana. This comes after the Tower. It is light, a beacon, a hope, having faith, holding to your beliefs, your guidance, and that which inspires you and enlightens you, and getting that rebuilding steps after Tower and Tower moments, and rebuilding your foundations for a brighter future. And of course, the Morning Star and Torchbearer. If you are into that, this next one is going to be the 5 of Elixirs. Elixirs in this deck is actually cups. Cups are emotion, relationships, feelings, and intuitive. Our guidance, that which we feel, and that's which we perceive beyond what is seen. Now the 5 of Cups, just as any card does, has dualistic meanings to it. So that one brings a little bit of things in conjunction with the Star, but we'll get into those energies and the message in a few moments. Let's pull the 3rd tarot card, and that is going to be the 4 of Cups. So this week we have one major arcana and 2 cups cards. So there's a lot to do with emotions this week in the realm of emotions, perception, and intuition. And our relationships at that. Relationships in our life, meaning with others, and partnerships, but also what we're feeling and what we're experiencing on that. And being slightly heavy energy, not now, I'm not feeling that it's going to be awful or oppressive in certain ways, but it is certainly heavy energies to be mindful of. My channel is not about being all love and light. I acknowledge both the light and the dark. They both exist within us, each of us, and within the world. You cannot have one without the other. And being realistic, instead of toxic positivity, if that's not for you, but looking at things in a more better lens, in a healthier lens, an effective lens, is much better for yourself and for your life, and to be effective versus ignoring the truth or being blinded, kind of in a negative way, like the Two of Swords can be, the negative aspect of that. So let's see. So with the Star, as I mentioned, what a beautiful card. I'm sorry if you can't see this because of the lighting. Again, you work with what you have and your resources. I love my altar room, so yeah. So the Star is saying to follow your guiding light. Those in that which supports you and uplifts you, and having faith. Having faith in your intuition and what your gut feelings are telling you. Having faith in what you've already set forth in this beginning of 2025 and all the experiences and knowledge you have. The relationships you have, and leaning on those resources and what makes you feel enlightened and fulfilled this week. That's what is to be mindful of, and to look for a brighter tomorrow, a brighter day and a brighter tomorrow. We can, as humans, expand ourselves and change our perception by flowing through, but not dwelling in the negative situations, but doing our best to be mindful and to learn those lessons. Even out of the worst things, there is a lesson and something to perceive. It's always time to change the road you're on, like Led Zeppelin does, or the perception you have. So I see looking to having faith this week, especially starting off with having a faith towards a brighter tomorrow. And despite not knowing all the facts, having faith and belief in yourself and what you set forth and that support system you have, and that things are bound to get better with due time and patience and diligence all at once, but in a healthy, effective way. Now, 5 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, both in this case go hand in hand, as you can see. Again, apologize for the lighting, but yeah. So basically, these actually both are telling me that despite the 5 of Cups of feeling the sense of loss that you currently have experienced throughout your life, and what you know you may be losing or may slipping through your fingers or has already been lost, in that the 4 of Cups, or the 4 of Elixirs in this, is saying that there is still something to be offered and to be taken away. Not everything is lost. Yes, there's grief. It's healthy to have grief and acknowledge and move through it, but do not let it be you, and do not let it define you when you experience it, or things from the past reflect, or what you may see or perceive or may not come to be from overthinking or future situations on that. It's best to feel and flow through it, and what you do have and what you can actually carry forth with what you still have, those feelings you have, your guidance, and those relationships you do have that are strengthening and growing. And also the 4 of Cups can be being offered things but not wanting to take them. I see that kind of is be mindful that there is things offered and things to take away, and that not everything is gone. The 4 of Cups is telling me, in this case, you're being offered, or we're in this collective, this may resonate or apply with, is things are being offered, and not necessarily do we see that, or maybe we're kind of being blind to those types of things. But there's offers and there is options. Even the smallest thing can bring a glimmer of the hope, like the Star. Also, with that is through the heaviness of the grief and the loss, and trying to do like the Pink Floyd song says, on the turning away. That's what I think of a lot when I see and feel the energies of the Five of Cups, because not only does that mean, but it also means that we have the empowerment to move through and move forward with that, and to process those emotions and relationships, and not which serves us anymore, and the difficulties, but to do the takeaways. Take away with the Four of Cups and this, what's being offered. Look at what is being offered and what doesn't serve, but look to your inner reflection and your guidance. Your star, your own personal star, is guiding you through the Four of Cups to be still and to reflect, to take a deep breath, or 10 deep breaths, or 100, whatever the case is, and reframe your mindset, your approach, your perception for yourself. Not just necessarily for the other people or the other situations involved. When challenges and heavy emotions and feelings of grief or loss or potential loss may come into your life, or what you do or don't have, and not seeing what's offered or what you can use or have to move forward with the emotions, maybe there is truth to all of that too. It's best advised to feel the emotions, to flow with them, process them, and then, like the Five of Cups says, to release. And take what you can and be still. Be still with your emotions and find calmness. Find what makes you feel centered. Centered in yourself and your relationships, your home and family. Your relationships, whether it's with your partner, your best friends like I have, your lover, or even your job, if that is something that fulfills you. That is also a relationship in itself. Or if you're like me, you're spiritual, and no matter what level of spirituality or religion you are, lean on that. That's also the star is advising this week. Find that stillness and what brings in calm through. You haven't just lost something. There is something to gain and something to salvage. To bring a stability on there. Don't be blind to what's being offered, and don't be blind to the emotions and the loss and the grief, or potential loss or grief, or even let the past repeating itself. There is always something to bring hope and belief in with the star. That's the message I'm seeing. So let's see what the fallen angels have to say in conjunction with that message. What do the guides have in the universe, and just overall? What does everyone, or what should everyone know or be aware of in this collective, in conjunction to clarify that message about loss and grief in the past, present, and potentially in the future, and what may be an offering, and not being blind to it, but potentially seeing how you can accept it and work with it and be still and calm and following your hope, your belief, and still having faith in yourself and the world, even if it's your small world of those around you and what you experience. What does this collective need to know? Well, we got two. We got the top one, and we got a jumper. Jumper wants to come first, which is the second card. We got secrecy. Yeah, you definitely can't see the images as here, but you've seen this. You can look at last week's of my favorite oracles of 2024 to see more of these. And we got changes and development. This card has come up a lot for me in my readings with this deck in the past 2 weeks. Changes and development. Yes, it is changes and development. We're in the beginning of a new year, 2025. We're in a new political climate coming. Things are changing, not for the better, but many things have changed for the better. Got to look at that. Again, two different sides of the same coin. That's how life is. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And mostly a combination therefore. Everything is, every cloud does have a silver lining. And yes, it certainly does. There are takeaways and blessings, even from the worst tower moments. That's what I'm finding and learning to embrace and become enlightened with. Let it transmute you and transform you and take away and make it into something that works for you and is effective to bring forth and create that future you need. But I see there is, now with that 5 of Cups and that 4 of Cups, yes, you are getting messages and intuitive hits. Your feelings, your thoughts, and intuition are valid. Even if it is almost negative, there is validity to feelings and intuition. Even if you think it's over-exaggerated, over-inflated, or others make you think that your feelings, your thoughts, or how you express yourself, or in your relationship to present yourself, is not the best, and that there is secrets. That's why I did mention the Two of Swords at the beginning of the reading. I believe that was part, or should have shown up in this reading. But we had no swords. They're primarily water. Now, secrecy is sometimes it's best not to know something, to know the reason why certain things have happened, or not to know the current lesson in things, or to know the certain truths. Maybe they were never for you to be known. Lots of things, there is secrecy for a reason. People could be keeping secrets from you at your job or behind your back. Your partner could be. Your best friend could be. Your family and your family relationships. And hell, we all have fucking secrets ourselves. We all have our own, like the deck skeletons in our closet. If someone says they do not have shadow and things they keep in the closet, yeah, all right then. There's a lot of work that needs to be done there and a lot of shadow that needs to be faced. Let's put it that way. And it's just completely unhealthy. But that's just my gnosis and experience and knowledge, at least from my own continuous self-work. One of my life's journeys and purposes. Can never stop learning, growing, expanding, and being a better version of yourself, and for those around you in that which truly matters. Now, with changes in development, there is going to be a change, like I said, with that 5 of Cups and that 4 of Cups in this, and with the secrets. The secrets can change and bring developments or come to light, kind of like the star does in its way. The stars illuminate the sky and the darkness along with the moon. So doesn't the secrets and secrecy. But is it best for you sometimes to keep things to yourself in a secret or not give all the facts? Yes, until the time is right or to better approach. But also, if others are being secretive with you and you know so and you believe it's unhealthy and detrimental, you may want to make changes or further developments or do research to bring about further developments in this. This week's a lot about relationship and how we approach things emotionally and mentally with our relationship and in relationship to things and what we experience. Again, so there is going to be changes and developments in relationships this week. I think there is going to be some no turning back with that 5 of Cups. It's in 5s in the middle are always meanings of changes, challenges, adversity, possible endings, or unexpectedness. Not necessarily negative, because again, there's 2 different sides to every story or every coin, but yes. And not all changes or developments are bad. Sometimes secrets coming to the surface can actually bring more hope or light or give you more facts to make those decisions and changes and developments and to see what's actually being offered to you. Might be something valid and not to ignore, but maybe to work or take away from to fill your own personal cup. And with that being said, let's see what the Soul Mirror has as a takeaway. Kind of like I said, to this week's constant theme with me lately, as the 2 different sides of the same coin and in our paths and in our lives and our experience and the experience of others have. We have to remember that too. Everybody has their own valid experience. Whether it's right or wrong, it's still their experience and it contributes to yours and yours contributes to theirs. Hence, relationships. So let's see what the takeaway is for this and advice is for the collective for this week's energies and messages to help flow through and have a healthy, effective, and empowered week for ourselves and those and that which matters in our life and our path. Okay, sorry about my eyes here because of the lighting. So it is teaching, withheld, and giving. So, how I said about lessons and taking away. Are you going to, in what you share with others, meaning your knowledge, possibly your secrets, in a healthy way that is, are you going to withhold your truth and knowledge, or are you going to share with others? And are you going to allow others to give to you, and are you going to give and receive, or are you going to withhold from the truth and not follow your guidance, your intuition, or that which you know is true? So are you going to withhold that, or are you going to give that and teach others and allow yourself to be taught through life's relationships and experiences, emotions and intuition and magic? And the mundane, the day-to-day things like a career, our home, our finances. So there is a takeaway for teaching this week: to learn, to teach others and those in your life, but allow yourself to be taught, and just teaching. Life teaches us different experiences at different times and different levels, and sometimes it's fucking